In this video, I'm gonna show you a few stretches you can do so you can get better in the gym and drop your risk of injury. What you gotta do is get into it.
The number you have dialed. Please note, the new number is...
So I'm at the gym, and I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I believe a very unvalued component of fitness is stretching, flexibility. Good flexibility leads to good mobility and so many other things. So I believe it's important for you to stretch. You want to be flexible. When you're more flexible, you drop your risk of injury. You got better blood flow, and there's many other benefits to stretching, so make sure you're stretching. If you're stretched out well, you can perform better in the gym as well. That's another benefit. But there are many benefits to stretching, so you got to get in the routine of stretching. Before you begin stretching, you want to get in the habit of warming up your muscle. Never stretch a cold muscle. This is an upper body stretch, and in particular, this is my shoulders. My right shoulder has given me trouble, so I like stretching it out. And stretching, you stretching the muscle, the veins, the arteries, and you're helping with blood flow. And I do feel improvement in my shoulder. I've been stretching for a while now. This is a great stretch, so you should try this. This one is like more of the chest, but it's still shoulder. It's a single arm stretch, so I highly recommend this one. It's easy to do, and you can get a lot of range of motion with this stretch. And then I switched it to my right arm. Again, my right shoulder is giving me a lot of trouble, and I'm trying to stretch that thing back into normal shape. And this really helps, this really loosens me up. Now this is a stretch for like throwers, people playing baseball and stuff like that. This helps with the rotator cuff. This is a real good stretch for the tricep and the shoulder. You getting range of motion right here. It helps with the back as well. And like I said before, my right shoulder is giving me a lot of trouble. I'm stretching that rotator cuff. And this is a real good deep one, and you can feel it, and it's really helping me out, I believe. So you should try this one as well. I would say like 95, maybe 99% of people of the population on earth uses the chest muscles, but we never stretch it out. This stretch will stretch the pectorals out, both of the pectorals. And you just got to practice stretching body parts. The body is a unit, so everything works together. So you got to practice stretching everything out. And the chest is no different. You want to just put some time in stretching your chest out. It feels good. Stretching helps relax you as well. I didn't mention that. You are relaxed, and you're not as tight and stiff. So you want to practice stretching everything, and it's no different. It's a lot of shoulder stretching with these upper body exercises as well. You can take it all the way up and hit the shoulders and the chest with different angles. So you just practice this, and as you do it, the stiffness goes away. Of course, the more you do it, the more you practice, the stiffness leaves, and before you know it, your range of motion will be crazy. So you got to try this. Now this is probably one of the most popular stretches out there, and right here we're stretching the hamstring. This is the hamstring. The hamstring is probably the second biggest muscle group in the body, and boy, that hamstring hurts when it's tight. Cramps are caused by tight muscles, so you want to get in the habit of elongating your muscles by stretching them. When you think of rubber bands, when you stretch a rubber band out, it's more flexible. Same thing with muscles. We sit around and the muscles get tight, and by stretching them out, they elongate and they get stretched out, causing more blood flow and things like that. So that's why stretching is so critical. It's healthy for the muscles. Try holding your stretches for about 20 to 30 seconds. Try not to bounce and just hold your stretches. The more you do it, the more you practice, the further and deeper your stretches will become. You just got to practice this and you will loosen up and get better over time with practice. Here I'm stretching my hip, my quad, and my glutes. So this is a real good stretch. Matter of fact, this is one of my favorite stretches. You can get real deep glute activity and quad and hamstring activity by doing this stretch. This stretches a lot of muscles. I'm stretching my right quad right here, and I'm stretching my hips. It feels real good to get loose down here when you practice this. Like I said, just hold the stretches for 20 to 30 seconds, and you're going to feel this. And then now I'm taking it back to the quad. I'm hitting my right quad. You see my flexibility is not there. I am stiff. My right leg should be going further back, but I'm stiff, My quad could go further back. It's people that can bring their foot all the way up to their butt. So that's the goal. And when you get loose, your foot should hit your butt. And this time I got to do the other side. So right now I'm stretching more of my hips. You can really feel your hips and your back loosen up when you do this stretch. And this time I got my right foot elongated, like it's straightened out. I'm hitting more of my hips here. Now you could bend over. I didn't bend over in the video, but you could bend over and really stretch. You can even try to stretch your other body. I'm gonna come across my front with my left arm pretty soon in this video, but practice with this. Get deep, touch your toes. You really want to stretch and take advantage of this time, because this is exercise. This is exercise to a certain extent. You burn calories while you're stretching. You are expending energy. So you want to stretch and you want to get deep in your stretches. And now I'm dropping it back. I'm hitting the quad. The quad is really tight. Even on this is my left side now. My quad is tight on this side, and I'm stiff and rigid, but it loosens up over time. I used to be able to bring my foot further up to my butt. So as I practice this, look for me being able to do that in the future. There's a lot of speculation about when you should stretch. I'm gonna clear this up for you. The answer is you should stretch all the time. You shouldn't stretch once a day or before a session or after a session. You should stretch all the time. You gotta get flexible, like a ballerina. If you wanna get that true flexibility, and I'm stiff and I ain't that flexible, I gotta stretch more. But there's no one time in a particular day that you should stretch. The answer is you should stretch all the time. You should stretch frequently, not just before or after a workout or during a workout, but all throughout the day. If you have problems in the groin area, this stretch is for you. This is an awesome stretch. This hits muscles that we use every day, but we don't stretch. It feels good too. You can push this stretch as deep as you want to and get a real good stretch in. I'm using my arms to help me support myself, but it's hard to hurt yourself doing this exercise because you're protecting yourself and you're stretching at your own level. Everybody's different. This stretch is more for the abdominals and lower back and your ab area. And it also stretches the bicep. It's a real good stretch. You want to loosen the whole body up, and that's what I'm doing. This is a real good one. You should try this. I want to show you the side view of that groin stretch. Everybody's different. We're going to have some people can't stretch it at all, and some people can go wider than I'm going right now. But to each his own. Everybody going to do what they can do. It's not a competition. You just do what you can. But I definitely recommend this stretch because it works. It's effective, and you're gonna feel the difference when you do this. When you do this stretch, and also the side view of the stretch of your lower back and your abdominals. Like I said, you can feel it in your biceps, and it just loosens your lower back up. If you have back pain and stuff like that, you should be doing these stretches because they really work. So all in all, that's just a handful of stretches that can help you improve your mobility and flexibility. Also, I've helped relieve some of my aches and pains with stretching because you're improving your blood flow when you practice stretching. And like I said earlier in the video, that you shouldn't stretch just one time a day. You even when you wake up and you yawn, you're stretching. That's the body trying to stretch. But of course, if you want to improve your flexibility, you should practice stretching probably 4 or 5 times a day to get that maximum amount of flexibility. You drop the risk of injury and all the things like that. So practice stretching. That is a part of fitness. A lot of people don't talk about flexibility and all that, but you want to be flexible. So, and I got to improve my flexibility. I don't stretch as much as I should. I will continue to stretch. But if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and let me know what you want to see in my upcoming video. If you want me to do more on stretching, if you got names of those stretches, let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see more of Justin Parks, subscribe. I'm out.